Recently, I've been playing around with SureContact and I'm pretty excited with what I've seen so far. Considering that I'm someone that uses FluentCRM normally, I was on the lookout for something that's cloud-based that gives me the same level of flexibility and control without me having to host it myself on my WordPress website. So I've picked it up and I am doing this video as more of a first impressions / overview video coming from my perspective. As I try to figure it out, I'll be showing you some of the features that I think are important, and then I will be doing other videos as well that covers the various aspects of it. So as you can see, I've already set mine up. If you're looking for a setup video, you have multiple videos out there that covers this already. Here is the dashboard and it looks pretty clean. I like what I'm seeing. Things are laid out in a way that's intuitive and it's not cluttered at all. So I like the fact that I can navigate through it without having to think too much to figure out where things are or what things mean. So here, obviously on the dashboard, you can see the overview of what's going on. So anything from whatever active, the active contacts that you've got, your tags, campaigns, all of these things. If you've sent any emails, it will show up here. Obviously, I've literally just set mine up in the last couple of days and I haven't really dived deep into it yet. So there's not much here to see, but that's the dashboard area. And then below here on the menu, you have the CRM. So the CRM links here is covering contacts, lists, tags, custom fields, and some other bits here. So these are the standard things that you would expect to find in your CRM. And then we have companies. Companies is if, say, you have multiple contacts from the same organization or company, you can link them to a company. So you can create a company here, which is really useful. Campaigns. This is the meat and potatoes part of it, or part of the meat and potatoes, if you could say that. So with campaigns, this is really one of the most important things in a CRM, especially an email marketing platform like this is. So this has your email campaigns here. So if you send any one-off campaigns or one-off emails out to your list, this is where these would be located. So you can create a new campaign and you will see obviously ones that you have in draft and so on here. And then if you have any email templates set up, you would see them here as well. So you can go in and create an email template, and you can do this from either their library or you can create a plain text or a rich text version, which is the type of emails that I send out. I typically try and keep my emails looking like normal. So as if I'm emailing you from any other email tool, rather than me sending you out like a fancy image driven type of layout. Now obviously my use case might be different. If you're selling products and stuff like that, you're going to have images. You might want to have images inside it. And then this is an important one here, SMTP. So what makes this really flexible and what I like about it is the fact that you have the option to use their sending tool, which is called Sure SMTP. So they have a it's sort of like a separate thing, but it's part of it as well. You can buy credits essentially to send emails, and there's no subscription for it. There is, but you don't have to subscribe. You can just buy these packs and it gives you a certain number of emails you can send out and it doesn't expire. So I like that. And it's really affordable as well to send it through their system. But you're not just locked into sending, unlike with other tools, you're not locked in to sending through their system. You can attach any other email sending tool that they support. So in my case, I have one connected call to send, and this is from the guys over at WP Manage Ninja, who also makes FluentCRM. So they have a beta program at the moment, which I'm part of, and I'm able to use that to send emails. So I've connected it, but you can go to add any other SMTP that they support here, or any other sending tools with an API that they support. So you can see I have SendGrid, Resend, Mailgun, Brevo, Amazon SES, which is what I currently use on my other setup, and you have all of these other ones here, and obviously there's to send. So you can use your own sending service, or you can use SureContact SMTP. I have I have a plan where I've purchased a pack, but I just haven't connected it yet. So you have options basically, and that really makes them stand out from any other SaaS version as far as I've come across anyway. The next bit is the automations, and this is again one of the key parts of an email marketing platform or a CRM, is to be able to do workflows that allows you to automate things when certain things happen. So here you can build out workflows. I've got a few that I've put in here as a test. I haven't gone deep yet. So what I found is that the main things that you would need to do automations are there, but there are some key things that I use with my workflows that I need to have, and it's not quite there 100% yet with everything. For example, link clicks. I tend to use those in one of my special workflows where I need to have link clicks cause something else to happen midway throughout an automation, but they only have that as the start of an automation. They can't have it midway at the moment. At the time of recording, they can use a link click to trigger an automation workflow, and that's about it. I have been in touch with their support, and they've assured me that they will add this. They're very responsive, by the way. They'll add this in an upcoming release, so I will update you on that in a future video once they do that. But in the meantime, I want to get things going, so I'll probably just build out my workflow with a different angle. Another key aspect of automations is they have webhooks for starting an automation, which is really, really good. And if you don't know what a webhook is, it's literally just a URL. It's quite technical sounding, but it's an address, as in a web address that you can send data to, and this receives that data, and you can use that to start an automation. So for example, if you have a contact form on your website, or if you have some other sort of tool that is able to send out a webhook, someone submits the form basically, or the information that's in whatever app you're using, it can collect all of that information and then send it to their webhook here, and then you use that data to do other things in a workflow. And these automations can also send out webhooks, so you can then relay information over to other apps and get automations connected that way. So you don't necessarily have to rely on the built-in integrations that they have with other tools, because as long as the other tools that you want to use are compatible with webhooks, then you're good to go. So I really like the fact that they have that in place. Obviously you have your other things here, like any automation history, and also your email sequences. So if you build out if you want to build out an email sequence to go to run for over a few days, let's say it's a welcome series of emails, you can build those out here, and then you can pull those into an automation so that someone can go through the series. So that's a check there. Forms, their forms are here. I don't really have much there yet. It's a pretty basic setup for their forms. So if you're looking for just opt-ins like name and email or phone number, then you're good to go. You can use their forms. But for me, I'll be sticking with my other form tools that are more advanced, because I tend to collect information in other ways, not just for opt-ins. And I can then connect to this system here to an automation via webhook. All right, so bookings. They have bookings here that you can connect up to your calendar, but it is pretty basic, and I won't be using it at this stage, because once again, I have other tools that are more advanced that will give me things like payments and a lot more flexibility in how I can automate things. For example, I have cal.com, I have Fluent Bookings, and I also have TidyCal. So between those tools, I have a lot of options and ways that I can set up my bookings. Either way, it's here, and I'm pretty sure they'll be improving this over time. Now, this is a big one, landing pages. They have landing pages, so you don't have to build your landing pages on some other platform or on a website or anything like that. So if you don't even have a website, you can actually potentially use this I'm just thinking here as a one-page website builder, and you can connect your custom domain to it as well. Now the library is where you will find the templates for your emails and landing pages and automations. So for example, with emails, they have all these beautifully designed email templates that you can use for different reasons. So whether it's a welcome onboarding email, or it's a newsletter style email, promotional, transactional. So there's nothing in that right now. But if I go to all templates, you'll see that there's some nice looking templates in here. If I just preview this one, for example, you know, this is how it looks with some images or an image and so on. They have a nice builder, and it gives you flexibility to build out what you want in here. Landing pages, they have some templates here. The only issue that I see with their templates so far is that they don't really have a true menu section or a true menu module. What they've done here is they've laid out something looking like a menu at the top of the page. Well, the moment you switch to mobile, it doesn't scale. It doesn't like fold or collapse to fit on a mobile screen. Things are actually coming off the screen. So if I change the setting here to a smaller screen like an iPhone SE, you'll see that it doesn't turn into like a hamburger menu. If you're used to seeing on websites, you have a hamburger menu that you can click to expand the menu. This is non-existent. So things look a bit wonky here, where if I actually scroll over to the side, you can see things are coming outside of the view of the screen, and they're cut off, so it makes it a little bit crazy. I will point this out with to their support. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But again, if you're just building this as a single landing page, you probably won't have any menu items up here, because a landing page typically you just scroll through and you do what you need to do. It's just one option to do things, but they've built it almost like a mini website or a single landing page website. By the way, the way they've done the builder, they are probably utilizing some of the knowledge and the tools that they use with the Spectra WordPress page builder, because these are the people who built that, who are also part of this team building out this. So I'm pretty optimistic about how this is going to turn out, and I see myself building out some single landing page websites on here. Here they have an automations library. So if you're looking to get started with automations, they've already pre-built some workflows that you can import and try out. So you can look at the ones that they have here and see which one fits your use case. For me, I'll be building out some custom workflows for my needs. So I'll be sharing those as soon as they become available, and I'll do videos on them as well. And here they have what's called an MCP connection. Now, an MCP connection just means you can use an AI agent such as Claude, or you can use Codex, or in my case, currently I use OpenCode. You can connect any one that you decide to use that has MCP connection. MCP is just the protocol they use to connect to it. And you can then use natural language through your AI agent tool to tell it what to do. So you can tell it to build out a certain workflow for you, or you can use it to maybe send out an email campaign and so on. The possibilities are pretty much endless. I haven't tried this out yet on this particular tool, but I would say if you are going to do that, be cautious, because sometimes these AI tools can actually mess up what you're doing. And if you're on a production environment, the wrong emails can get sent out to a client, or whatever the case might be, or things just might get messy. So just be cautious. Integrations, they have only these integrations available at the time of recording this video. So they've got a WordPress plugin that you can use. As it says here, you can sync contacts, form submissions, and maybe some other stuff going on there. I know you can use it to also help with the migration process. If you're on FluentCRM and you want to come over to this, that helps you with that. You've got Google Calendar, obviously that helps with the bookings, Shopify, and there's AutoKit. So even though there aren't that many connections here, you can connect to an AutoKit account. And AutoKit is another product from these same guys. and it's an alternative to Zapier or Make.com or something like NA10. So you can do your automations in there as well, some more advanced automations, and basically have this connect up with SureContact. Members wise, you can add members here. For example, you can invite people to your workspace, and by the way, you can create multiple workspaces, and they're isolated. So if you have multiple brands, or even if you work with clients like I do, I can then build out or create a workspace and build out their workflows within their space, and you can invite them either as a user, regular user, or as an admin and so on, to give them access to be able to do a lot more. So here you'll be able to invite them. They'll just get an email and they'll need to sign up for an account. There's a free account with SureContact as well. It's just limited to some of the features, I believe, so you can check that out. And pretty much you have your information down here that tells you your limits and so on. As you can see, I'm on a lifetime starter plan, and that takes me to the pricing. Now, currently they have a lifetime deal going, meaning that you pay only once and you get access to this product forever and ever, as long as the product exists. So I've started with the starter plan, and essentially that's $399, and it gives you up to 10,000 contacts, and you pretty much get all the other features as well. And you have some other levels that you can choose that gives you more in terms of contacts. And the top plan here gives you 100,000 emails that you can send out through Sure SMTP. So obviously they bundle that with it. So and as you go up in pricing, the number of contacts change. So if there's the 10,000 one, and there's 30,000, and then there's 50,000 contacts. I think this is really affordable, and it's a no-brainer if you're going to go with this. But at any point, you can always subscribe to their monthly plans, and these are also affordable, especially when compared with the other options on the market as well, for the features that you get and for the flexibility that you get. So you can always upgrade to any one of these, or you can just decide to purchase on a month-by-month basis, ongoing, on a subscription. So these are what the prices look like, whether it's annual or monthly. Now, I'm going to leave a link in the description. So if you're going to pick this up, I would appreciate if you use my link. It may be an affiliate link, and that just means that you don't pay anything extra, but I might get a little kickback from that as well. So if you want to support the content that I do here, do use the link. So now the question is, do I recommend it? Well, yes, I do. I'm in fact going to be using it for some of my projects as well as on client projects. And the great thing about this is that they're off to a great start, but I only expect this to get better. And judging by the track record of this team, they're the same team, by the way, behind SureCart, Sure Members, and some other Sure related products. They really are on top of things in terms of updating their products, providing support, and so on. Their support is really responsive. Yeah, so go ahead and grab it, especially while the lifetime deal is available. I think that's a really good offer if you're going to buy it anyway. It just means you're not going to have to pay a monthly subscription ongoing. Now, I will have more videos coming where I'll cover some of the main features, and as I build out automations like I've mentioned before, I will be sharing more in videos, as well as I'm going to be adding resources and sharing more inside my online community, which is free for you to join right now. So make sure you're a part of that if you don't want to miss out. I'm going to leave a link in the description where you can join in. Also, if you're looking for additional help, I'm doing these one-on-one help sessions where you can book, and we'll just jump on a video call, share screens, and I'll help you with the technical setup of some of the tools that I use, the strategy, or just help you with some workflows. So check the link in the description to see how you can book that. Now, if you want to continue watching some of my other content and that's helpful to you, go ahead and click the link on the screen or in the description. I'm going to leave a video for you to watch next, and hopefully that helps you out. If you've got any questions or comments, obviously, in the meantime, leave them below and I'll try my best to jump in and answer them. I'll see you in the next one.